All right, yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T. That's what's blazing in sports. Guy, listen, man, I want to talk about it, so I want to jump right into it, give you my thoughts on it. Exactly what Deontay Wilder, what the man had to say himself. And guys, if you do not know, check my description. I took my time while I was at work. I was doing a lot of peeking over and typing to get this out, guys. So if you don't know what Wilder said, check my description. It is there, exactly what he said. So I'm going to give you what I can go off memory, but it's right there. To me, Deontay Wilder sounded like a man that approached this very positive in his first words from his verified Twitter account. Even in his loss, even though he said, "Listen, I wanted this win. Maybe this is not the lesson that God had in plan for me." Right? And at the very end of it, he thanked Tyson Fury and basically gave Tyson Fury his credit for winning. Now, guys, I'm gonna go back to that, but I want to tell you guys, I want to go back to what people have been doing towards Deontay Wilder, in my opinion. Deontay Wilder, after the fight, and I just watched the video again that somebody posted where Deontay Wilder was saying, "I don't respect you." And I want to give you guys my opinion on that. And it's just an opinion. So you might agree or disagree. But remember, guys, I'm T Dub. I don't mind somebody disagreeing with me, and that's cool. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Just understand I'm trying to give you this work the best way I know how. Um, a lot of times, guys, when a fight like this is a type of fight that, like a blood sport, right? This is a no love. This fight was really built on a true dislike amongst each other. There was no love. That the respect, the love, the caring, guys, to be honest, that was going out the window. Up until this point, Tyson Fury was not respecting Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder did not respect Tyson Fury. They fought because they stood on opposite side on what they wanted from each other. And just because a fighter wins doesn't mean all of a sudden you're going to respect that fighter. Now, let's get to it. So Deontay Wilder gets knocked out brutally, right? This is my fighter get knocked out brutally. So, I'm live, I'm calling this fight, and I'm being fair with it, calling it how it is. Deep down, this is not what I wanted, not what Deontay Wilder wanted. But of course, it's what Fear and what Fury fans wanted, and they got it, right? The world got an epic fight, an epic finish. No, this was a true back in the day gladiators, a true Highlander that can only be one type of fighter. This was that level of fight. This was two men, to be honest, that was trying to go out there and kill each other, just to be honest. Now, after the knockout, when Wilder is on the stool, hasn't even been to his feet really after the knockout. Guys, do me a favor, go back and watch it. When Tyson Fury went over to Deontay Wilder, he was touched his glove and he started talking to Deontay Wilder about respect. Guys, now I want you to answer this for me. If you and a guy don't like each other, and you and this guy don't like each other, right? And you and this guy decide to fight because you don't like each other, because you want to kick the other guy's butt. And then you get your butt kicked, and the other guy come over to you while you're sitting down and talk about you gotta respect. See, it's about respect. At that moment, you might not say, I respect you, because you're probably upset. And if Ruiz Fury beat the brace off of Wilder, it was a complete one-sided fight. All right, check this out. Um, when Fury went over to Wilder corner, Fury went over there talking about respect. In my opinion, I think Fury probably should have went over there, hugged the man, and said "good fight" and let that be it. With a Magic Man salute, champ. Um, I think Fury should have went over there and just said "good fight, lad," and just went away. But in my opinion, when you go to somebody's corner, and you start talking about respect, I think the person who just lost, they're probably not going to respond very well because they just lost. They just got knocked out brutally. And the guy is probably battling a concussion. So to be fair, I don't think we should criticize a man who probably has a concussion from getting knocked out for not making the decision you wanted him to make in that moment when a person went over to him and was trying to check him about respect. You get what I'm saying? So now I want to go. I want to go after the media. He said, "So what has Wilder said?" T-Dub, I'm down here. If you missed what he said, I did. I put it in my check out my description. The description. I try to type it word for word exactly what he said. In case you're just now coming in, Deontay Wilder put out an official description. I mean, official um what is the word? Thoughts and congratulations to Tyson Fury. In so many words, if you check my description, it is there right now, word for word. You can read it and listen to me at the same time because I'm not looking at it, but I made sure to type it so you guys can read it. Deontay Wilder, in so many words, was like, "Listen, man, the fight didn't go the way I thought. I definitely wanted to win. God, must have had a different plan for me than what it was. The message had an overall positive meaning to it. To me, it did not feel like he was done with boxing. And at the very end of it, he said, last but not least, he wanted to send a congratulations to Tyson Fury. Now, guys, that right there, what that's going to do, that should shut up all the people that has been giving him shit for not making their decision that they wanted when he had a concussion moments after being brutally knocked out. That to me, those words that he put in that post was perfect. Um, because this is how I want to let you guys know how people they treat Wilder differently. And I got a perfect example for you. Check this out, right? Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, it was personal, right? Conor McGregor and Khabib was personal. Guys, what happened after Conor McGregor and Khabib got the fight? What happened? Khabib was not showing good sportsmanship. He started talking smack. He might have even spit at Conor McGregor, who was on the ground. He jumped out of the cage, started fighting people out of the cage. Conor McGregor started fighting people. And I don't think neither one of them guys to this day apologized or congratulated the other person. But guess what? Guess what? You don't hear people putting them down as much as they put in Deontay Wilder down. You don't hear it. You don't hear it. And like I said, man, Deontay Wilder, in the heat of the moment of getting knocked out, and any of you guys that catch this on replay, or if any of you guys that catch this live, you know for good and well that if you were just fighting somebody, right? You just fought somebody who you hated, and this guy kicked your butt, and then this guy walked over to you on the ground and was talking about how you have to respect him, you know you wasn't going to bend the knee and be like, I respect you. You're right. You're right. You wasn't going to do that. You wasn't. I mean, listen, there's a difference between pounding somebody and congratulating somebody than giving in to what they want you to give in at that time. Because Tyson Fury, from what I heard, Tyson Fury went over to the corner and was telling Wilder about respecting, and Wilder was like, no, no respect. I don't respect you. And again, the guy had a concussion. What do you want him to say when he just got beat? I don't think it's that big as people make it out to be, but I think they want to put him down. And if it reads Tyson Fury is better than Mike Tyson, Ali, Lewis, Leonard, Hearn, etc. Fury is the best boxer in history. Well, you know what? I think the best boxer in history is, it's an opinion. And if he's the best boxer in history, in your opinion, then Andy, bro, that's all really matters. To be honest, that's already matters. But when you talk about that night between Wilder and Fury, to me, honestly, man, that was a hell of a night. I was impressed by both fighters. I'm a Wilder fan. I was impressed by Deontay Wilder, but I was impressed by Tyson Fury as well. Tyson Fury, in my opinion, the guy got better. He got better. Um, I was impressed with a lot of his skills, his combination, his the feigning, the way he threw combination, but a lot of his combination wasn't really meant to be hard, but it was meant to get a reaction out of Wilder to land something big up top. Wilder's determination never to give up, looking always looking to land a big shot and to turn the tides at any given moment, even when it looked like his back was against the ropes. Guy, listen, that is a fight for the ages. And even though that was a winner of that fight, and that winner was Tyson Fury, standing tall, Tyson Fury. Congratulations to Fury. Because listen, man, he wanted it. Fury went out there and fought. He wanted it. And Wilder ran out of gas, man. Like, listen, Wilder got hit with a big shot. A lot of people didn't see this, but to me, the end of the round one, Wilder got hit with a big right hook at that temple shot at the end of round one. Um, but like I said, man, he got tired quick. His defense wasn't there. He was going straight backwards, but he showed a heart of Wilder showed a heart that we have not seen in boxing in years. He said, I still want them to fight. You know what? It possibly could happen again. Um, he said, Wilder definitely number two behind Fury. They both gave a hell of a performance and cemented themselves a top spot in our era and among the best in history. They were a gladiator war we saw on Saturday. Man, bro, I mean, when you talk about a fight that it doesn't matter who you went going for, that fight had you like, wow. I was talking to some of my coworkers, and they are more interested into UFC. And one dude like, man, I guess I turned on to this boxing match. And he said when he turned it on, I think it was the beginning of round three, and he watched it. He said, "What the hell?" Right? And he watched the fight, and he was giving credit to Fury. He was giving credit to Wilder. He like, "Oh my God, you talking about a fight?" He said, "I haven't seen a fight like that in years." Right? And listen, man, and that is when you talk about seeing a fight like that, that means you're talking about both fighters, right? Both fighters. If Wilder went out, when Wilder went out there and knocked Dominique Brazil out in one round, people didn't say that when Tyson Fury went out there and fought anybody outside of Wilder, no one has never said that. Even when he fought Klitschko, it took Wilder versus Fury. But again, guys, this video right here is talking about Deontay Wilder breaks silence. He breaks his silence, guys, after having time to reflect, probably talking with his team, and just realizing. He said, "Listen, man, I wish I can go to my YouTube and read it because you guys can see I have exactly what he said in my description. I typed it up myself to make sure you guys can have it, because I didn't get a chance to read it. But once while I was typing it, and I came out here and went live. Tyson Fury, I'm not Tyson Fury, but Deontay Wilder basically was like, listen, man, I went out there, I gave my best. I let it all out there. People can't say that I'm not a warrior, you know. Um, it's not the outcome I wanted. I definitely was trying to win, but it didn't go my way. Basically God must have had a different plan and a different lesson. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you learn something, different in the lesson. Um, I guess God wanted him to learn something different from this fight outside of getting the win, but maybe how to take a loss, or whatever he learned is whatever he learned, and that's between him and God. But at the very end of it, he said, and last but not least, I'd like to congratulate, and he tagged the Gypsy King. Now, to me, I thought this was beautiful. I thought the way this was written, this should be perceived good. People should understand that this was in the heat of the moment. This was, over a year and a half of buildup of animosity, dislike, bad words, bad mouthing between two modern day giants. And everything about this was real. It was not fake. It was not made up. These guys was really going in there for the kill. Fury was going for the kill within 3 or 4 rounds. Wilder was going for the kill within 3 or 4 rounds. They both wanted it. That's what made this fight so great. Nobody wanted to give up. Fury got that knockout because he had to take that knockout. You got to remember, a lot of people don't like Fury or Wilder. Listen, he said, I totally agree that if Wilder was concussed, which he was, he wouldn't have been thinking about anything like giving praises, etc. Nobody can think clear, even if no concussion. That's, bro, what imagine, man. That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. And people are looking over the fact that how he was even approached. Again, I observe everything. You fought somebody you hate. You got knocked out by somebody you hate. You haven't even made it to your feet. You're in a corner, your head down. You do not even see Fury coming over to you. When he comes over to you, you hear his voice, and I think he touches your gloves, and he's talking about how you have to respect. You got to respect him. A lot of times, even when you're not quite knowing, it sounds like this man, after beating you, is now trying to mentally break you as well. That's what it sounds like. I physically beat you. Now I want you to mentally respect me because I just conquered you. And that's probably how a concussed Deontay Wilder took it. Um, and listen, guys, I tell you, the media was still putting out posts today. They went and got clear audio to where you can hear exactly what was going on in the corner. Guys, they want the world to hate Deontay Wilder. I don't even get it, man. I don't get this guy just put his life on the line and got knocked out in a devastating fashion. And it's like they are not just okay with them hating him, they want the world to hate him. Because all I want to know is, did these same people give Conor McGregor and Khabib the same energy? When Khabib, um, after beating Conor, was he humble in victory? Was Conor McGregor humble in defeat? Even Conor McGregor versus what's the guy he just lost to, Dustin? Was Dustin humble in victory? Was Conor McGregor humble in defeat? This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Do you guys not see the difference? I'm giving you examples of people who had real animosity, who really didn't like each other, and they actually had a chance to fight. And after the fight, they did not show a mutual respect. But you know what? The media did not tear them down as fast as they're trying to tear Deontay Wilder down. That's all I'm saying. But again, I am proud of Deontay Wilder. I'm proud of him because Deontay Wilder started boxing somewhere around 21 years old. And when his trainers got him, they realized he had power. To me, this is my opinion, which is probably why they'll never let me in his camp ever in life. I believe his trainers failed him because they did not establish a lot of good basics, and they relied on his power. They didn't teach him in the beginning not to go straight backwards, not to circle towards the power, not to pull your head back. They didn't teach him these things. They relied on the power so much until when you actually fought somebody like Tyson Fury, who was in boxing since he was 6 years old, that you needed more than just power. But let's go. I'm sorry, guys. That's a rant. You got to remember a lot of. Okay. I want to see Wilder versus Joshua. Me too. Wilder versus Usyk. Wilder versus Ruiz. Some great fights right there. And Wilder beats all of them. Listen, man. I want to see him, bro. Listen, guys. I say this time and time again. Um, Even when Wilder was with and Joshua, the whole thing was going on, and I kept saying, when a lot of people that was Wilder fans like I am, but they were like, when Joshua lost, he should retire. I'm like, no, that's stupid, man. I said, first of all, I said the heavyweight division wasn't even that deep back then. I'm like, there's no way we should have these people who fight and because they lose, they should retire. No, you know what I'm saying? Like we need these guys to be around. They're they're human. They can have an off night, one, two, or three. You know, Joshua can fight. Think about this. Joshua can fight Wilder. Think about the people Wilder has never fought. Fight people that he would never ever get a chance to fight. You know, he'd never fight Pulev, Povetkin, Big Baby Miller, Gerald, and matter of fact, I'm just gonna name some heavyweights out there. I'm gonna name some that he'd never fight, and I'm gonna name some potential fights that could have happened, you know what I'm saying? That didn't happen, but I'm gonna name some that could have happened as well. You know, this is just for Wilder. Derek Chisora, Joseph Parker, Jared Big Baby Anderson, Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, um, F.A. Jabu, who just got beat. Um, Let me see. What's the baby face? What's his name? He just lost two. But Andy Ruiz, Hellenius, who was just in his training camp. He said Fury used to sneak out of his mother uterus at night and go down to the boxing gym before he even had fingerprints. Bro, he been fighting since he was six, man. But listen, the thing is, Wilder Wilder could be as good as could be better. He could have been better. Um, like listen, I, I think I'm a damn good boxer, right? I did not start boxing when I was 6 years old. Uh, but I still managed to put up a 24, 26 and 0 amateur record. But when I started boxing, I was trained by people who taught me the basics first. Like literally, when I went to the gym, they made me stand there for the first 2 or 3 days in front of a mirror. And I had to stand in a position. I had to only could throw one twos. And I had a jab going forward. I had a jab going backwards. I had to work on my balance. I had to work on turning my hips with my right hand. I had to be well at just holding my guard, chin down, throwing my one twos really good before they ever taught me to throw a left hook or an uppercut. Before I even hit the bag. Matter of fact, once I threw my one twos and all that, then I went to the bag with the one twos. Then when I got good on that, then I went to the hooks and then the uppercuts. But like I said, man, what Wilder put out there for the world to see, to me, this should stop the hate. It won't because people hate him to hate him. But it's cool because you're never going to get people to love you. And sometimes having hate is not always bad because hate can make you very rich. Hate made Adrian Broner rich, probably made Deontay Wilder rich. Hate made Floyd Mayweather, at least gross over $1 billion. Hate a lot of times is not that bad. Um, so Deontay Wilder is hated. And they're going to continue to hate him because it's some people you just don't want to root for. And for a lot of people, that might be Deontay Wilder. But to me, I think his effort that he put out there for casual fans, even though they can notice that, you know, he can still grow. The guy put up a performance that you want to see again. He just put out a tweet, which is in my description that you can read yourself. He just put out a tweet that he congratulate the Gypsy King. Now I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. If Deontay Wilder can go out there and if he can string about 3 good fights together, maybe 4 over 2 years, I wouldn't mind seeing Fury versus Wilder 4 in about 2 years. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Like let's say in let's say 22, maybe like 2024. Guy, you know what I'm saying? Maybe late 2023. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe 24, maybe 24. I wouldn't mind it if Wilder can go out there and get some fights, get about 3 or 4 good wins in a row. Get himself back up there into a mandatory position. Maybe even get himself a title shot, showing that he got. See, Wilder need to show us not only that he can beat people, because I think most people believe that Wilder can still beat 99% of the heavyweights out there. But people want to know, can he beat Tyson Fury? Um, Wilder needs to show head movement and defense and stamina. Those are the major things: head movement, defense, and stamina. If he can do that, he can do that. It doesn't even matter that the first fight was a draw when Fury won the last two. Just because his last fight was epic, and then Wilder can show that he can get a little bit better, people will buy it. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Well, when it said new comment, but I can't see it. New comment. Anna Ruiz said Deontay came into boxing to save his dying daughter, then later used his money to lift his people. They can't stand that he out here spreading positivity and trying to shed light on certain topics. Yeah, bro. I mean, they don't like that. I think they like, but here's the thing, Anna Ruiz, bro. Like, the type of person, I'm not sure if Deontay Wilder could be the type of person they want in America. I don't think so. I think honestly, if Deontay Wilder was the exact same person, but he was in the UK, I think he would be huge. I think he'd be huge. But because he is in the USA, um, I think that's why he is disliked. You know what? Not huge, because he's huge now. I'm wrong. I think he would be more. I think he would get more support and less hate if he was from the UK. But since he is from the USA, I think he gets more hate. Because remember, over here, this is where for many years they was coming up with something called the Great White Hope. Black people didn't invent that. That wasn't invented by black people. Some called the Great White Hope. Now you can interpret what the Great White Hope meant in boxing. Some people said the Great White Hope to come along and beat the top block guy in boxing. I don't know, but I'll let this guy pass. Okay, but you know, I just don't think over here in America, because of the way he talks, then what he talk about, and because it's what African Americans went through in America, he's looked down on, and they find a reason to put him down, and he's trying to uplift his people. But in all honesty, God, I'm gonna make this real quick. I'm gonna make this real quick because I was only gonna make this like a 10-minute video. In all honesty, Deontay Wilder, his whole life, even if his boxing history ended right now, God, do you realize that this should be a bestseller movie? This should win all kind of everything. Actor should be getting nominated. Think about this, right? A guy waiting tables or whatever gets into boxing late, 20, 21 years old, because he wanted to get money to save his daughter. A year and a half, he makes it to the Olympics, and he gets a bronze medal. And then from there, he developed his name, the Bronze Bomber, which now you know the title of the movie, the Bronze Bomber, right? Starts off fighting in taverns and in gyms, and work his way all the way up to title contention and wins. And then he has a rivalry with this rising UK star Anthony Joshua, who's crossed seas making some major waves in the UK. And it is being built up as USA versus UK, Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. But both fighters get derailed, and they don't never actually meet when the people expect it. Joshua goes on to fight Andy Ruiz, loses once, wins once, fights Usyk, loses once, to be continued. Deontay Wilder didn't fight Joshua, fights another man from the UK, the Gypsy King. I'm telling you, man, and if they tell that story, first fight, in between the second fight, the third fight, the war, the drama, guys, the bestseller. The be- this is the only country that would appreciate a movie like that, but would hate it, but would hate on a person in real life. Plus, he beat the shit out of Charlie Zenoff. Don't forget that. Yeah, bro. He beat Charlie Z, bro. Hey, that in the movie, bro. He beat Charlie Z, man. Don't you ever. Yeah, yeah. He says, I'm also thinking there could be a Wilder vs. Fury 4. Fury would be in sight, jacket, bite it in, and weigh in 35 stones. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I heard people was talking about Fury is almost talking about like, I don't know, man, not as excited. I don't know. I don't know. But my thing is, this I'm gonna throw something potential out there. Tyson Fury has one more fight that he owes Top Rank. And let's say he get that one more fight. If Tyson Fury does what he say, he fights, and if he retires, to be honest, he could allow the heavyweight division to build back up and then come back out and challenge the winner. And it would be a major fight. And what if Deontay Wilder climbs back up that ladder? Fights Andy Ruiz, fights Usyk, fights Joshua, shows his new improved skills. Fury, I'm ready for you now. You got the last one, I admit, but I'm ready for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, guy, listen, no way they'll do four right now. No way they'll do it now or within the next year, nothing like that. But maybe 2 years away, maybe 2 years away. Fury versus Wilder 4, unfitness business, or the saga continues. Hey, I like that. I like that, man. But again, man, good thing from Deontay Wilder. He gave shout out to Tyson Fury, congratulated him. That if Tyson Fury read that, I want to see if Tyson Fury responded back. Hopefully that made Fury feel better, and if that made Fury feel better, then that could potentially make him open up for a fourth fight in the future, if only if Deontay Wilder, work his way back up there, which I hope he does. I'm still a Wilder fan, and I'm still looking forward to see what Tyson Fury can do. Um, at the undisputed level, is he going to fight Usyk or fight Joshua, or is he going to fight just anybody and retire because he already had those belts? Smash that like button, yes sir. Listen, guys, see, people don't get it, man. Do me a favor, please smash the like button. Um, I give you my thoughts. Some people agree, some people disagree. And guys, as you know, I don't mind, man. I don't mind if you disagree with me. Sometimes that's what we get our best videos, because if I get a chance to see that comment, we go back and forth. And even if me and you don't agree, at least somebody got something out of it, or they got two different sides of it, and they can put both pages together and read the book for themselves and get something out of it. As long as you know what? That's what it feels. As long as we are respectful to each other, then we good, man. Then we good. Smash that like button, guys. Um, Deontay Wilder has been suspended for 6 months because of the brutal knockout. Tyson Fury has been suspended for 2 months. That's probably because he got knocked down um, two times as well. God, I mean, like, Tyson Fury could have a concussion himself. We definitely know Wilder has one, but Fury could have a concussion himself. But he didn't get knocked out like Wilder did. Wilder, I think they say he's expected to come back in April or May. So listen, I think he should do it. That's about 6 or 7 months. Heal up, get the surgery in your hand, get back into camp, get back on them basics. You know what I'm saying? Still, don't circle to the strength. Don't go straight back. Don't lean straight back. Keep the hands up. You know. But guys, let me get out of here. I appreciate you guys, and remember, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and I'm out.